McCormick.
I ain't done nothing. Leave me alone.
Get up, you. Go on. Where is it?
I ain't never seen it.
You lying filth. Where is it?
Jim Flint. I'll tell you it ain't me. Captain Flint.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Never seen it in my life. I swear. Flint, for God's sakes, come out here. Flint!
Here he comes.
It's Flint.
Flint. It's Flint. Get out of the way.
Oh, Captain Flint, may God's love you's here. It was gonna kill me, Captain. Kill me for nothing.
Sorry, Captain.
Where's the map?
Map, sir?
Little piece of paper with lines on it.
I got it, Captain. I never seen it.
Think very hard about this, Jimmy.
I swear on me life, sir.
Your life? Well, that's a very appropriate choice of language. Now ain't it, Jimmy? Skin him alive!
No!
Tear the flesh from his bone! Rip his heart out through the ground and throw the whole mess over!
I swear, I got the map.
Well, who's got it then?
Billy Bones, sir.
But Bones is dead.
No, he ain't. Your buddy was dead. We all did. But that night, when the treasure was buried, and the men were buried and put to death, well, I was watched that night. And around 3 bells, I hears a noise. And afore as I know it, there comes Billy Bones clambering over the side of the ship. He had survived, you see. And he limps off to your quarters, and he steals the map.
Bones does.
And then I stops him, like right here on the step. And I says, give me the map. That there belongs to Captain Flint, the very man that gave me starts in the most noble of professions. Because it's like, I worship you, Captain. You're my hero, like.
Oh, and Bones!
He frightens me. He says if I ever says a word about it, he'll track me down and kill me. And then he's over the side, like that.
I see. And you didn't plan to meet up with him later and divide the spoils now, did you? All private like, between old friends.
No, sir. The map is yours, sir. Like I said.
You're a good boy, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir.
But you're a liar! You were going to split it with him! Now Bones is alive, and he's got the map! Boys! Kill him! Cut him to pieces! Drown him! Oh, just throw him overboard and be done with it!
No! Stay back, boys. Please. I've done it for all of us.
Get him!
The adventure of my life that changed me from a boy to a man, and is still changing me and will never stop. It began in the spring of 1775, and I, but 14 years old, was in charge of the family business, the Admiral Benbow Inn, on Black Hill Cove, on the south coast of England. I remember the date, for that was the year my poor dear father died, a blow from which I will never recover. It was during this illness that he went to London to find a specialist who might save him.
The doctor's not better than that. I'll get through this, I promise, and so will you.
Please take me with you, Father. Please, please. I begged him day and night, but he wouldn't do it. Looking back, I can see that he was protecting me.
Take care of your mother, son. She needs you now.
Yes, Father, I promise. A letter reached us 3 months later, saying that he died in London, in that faceless city, alone and without his son. He was the man I worshipped, ate with, slept with, laughed with, taken from me in a single instant. While he was alive, we went everywhere together, coupled and inseparable, like Juno swans. If that sounds Shakespearean, it is. My father was a simple man, but he loved reciting Shakespeare, which he'd studied as a boy. He kept a copy in the left-hand pocket of his jacket, and he taught me speeches from the great plays as we tramped the downs together, braced against the icy cold.
Friends, Romans, countrymen!
He roared against the wind, and I shouted back, "Lend me your ears!" And we laughed together, and on we go, mile after mile, line after line. My best friend soon gone, ever loved. So it was in the year he died that my mother said,
"You're a man now, Jim. I believe I can look after the inn without your father, but I'll need your help."
"Of course, Mother, and I promise that you'll never want for anything as long as I'm alive." Bold words, but from the heart. So we picked up the reins of the business and kept it pooling like an alien dray as best we could. Customers came, village folk, and all the while I delivered pints of ale and kept the tables clean and collected the bills. So we kept on with our lives, put everything in existence, until the day the pirates arrived.
15 men on a dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. Drinking the devil and then the rest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. You, boy, what's your name?
Jim Hawkins, sir.
Tell me, Jim Hawkins, sir. You get much company in this grog shop here?
Very little, sir. The nearest town is some 4 miles off.
That's just what I was hoping you'd say. Now, I want you to move me in. That thing up there with the pretty little view of the cove in the road. Boy, take my chest inside. Jiggle it. Hey, if I catch you even taking a little peeky down in that chest when I ain't looking, I'll rip down your throat and tear out your gizzard. Huh? Now, Jim Hawkins, sir, I need your help.
My help?
I'm going to keep a weather eye out for a seafaring man with one leg. You let me know the moment he shows himself, you understand?
Yes, sir. Is he a friend of yours?
Friend? No. That man's friend to no living creature. And if he ever turns his back on you, you shoot him until you're sure he's dead, and then you pray his ghost will come back to haunt you. You savvy?
Yes, sir. I need scarcely say how the one-legged man now haunted my dreams. On stormy nights when the wind shook the four corners of the house and the surf roared along the cove and up the cliffs, I would see him in 1,000 forms and with 1,000 diabolical expressions. Now his leg was cut off at the knee, now at the hip. Now he was a monstrous kind of creature who had 6 legs and scuttled over trees and houses like a giant spider, his face black and pointed like a beak. To see him thus run and leap and pursue me over the hedge and ditch of my own backyard was the worst of nightmares.
Hey, boy, quit your daydream and give me more rum.
But it's breakfast time, sir.
Rum, I say, and make it quick. Now, boy. Rum! 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 Rum!
There were nights at the end when he took a deal more rum than his head would carry, and he would call for glasses round and force all the trembling company to bear a chorus to his singing.
15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo! Sing out, you swabs! Let me hear you!
I'm afraid I do have to go now.
Sit down, sit down. All of you! Jim Hawkins, sir. Bring another round of rum for the whole table. There'll be no drinking alone in this here grog shop of yours. And Not while I'm still drawing breath from these plaguey lungs. So sing out to the god of drink and let me hear you this time. 15 men on the dead man's chest. Yo! You, sir, quit your jabbering and let me hear you sing.
Are you addressing me, sir?
That I am.
Then you are interrupting me, and I suggest you don't.
Dr. Lizzie,
And
I
let
don't...
me warn you, as a medical matter, if you keep drinking as much rum as you have tonight, the world will soon be quit of a very filthy scoundrel. Put up that knife this instant, for by my honor you will hang at the next assizes. Now I do believe my good neighbors here would like to go home for the night.
Get out. All of you. Go! Now!
If this one gives you any more trouble, get someone to find me and I'll come right over.
Thank you, sir, I will.
Out! 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 Jim Markinson, more rum.
Well, you heard what the doctor said.
Doctors is all swabs. They know about seafaring folk. I've been places hot as pitch, mates dropping all around from the Yellow Jacket. I lived on rum. It's been meat and drink and man and wife to me these years, so it's rum, I say, and make it quick. Spoons and blasted all. Look at that damn Reverend's wife, the disapproving air for getting ridiculed.
Why, hello, Billy boy. How's me old swabber, eh?
Black Dog.
Aye, black dog as ever was. Come here to see his old shipmate, Billy Bones, at the Admiral Benbow Inn.
Speak up. What is it you want?
What do I want? What I want at the moment is a nice glass of rum. And I wonder if this handsome young lad would fetch it for me.
And what else do you want?
What do you think I want, Bill? And why do you think we've been tracking you down over half of southern England?
Go to the devil.
Go to the devil, is it? And you the man who betrayed us, Bill, and stole the map.
That's a lie. You left me for dead, you cut me out of the split, and now you're saying you don't deserve it. Is that what you're saying?
Bill, you're getting all excited. You think somebody come here to try to kill you or something?
Don't you threaten me, you villain.
Now who am I to threaten the great Billy Bones, second mate to Captain James Flint? May he rest in peace.
Flint's dead.
And won't we all remember his loving kindness while among us?
Who's captain now?
Who do you think?
God Almighty.
It's him who ordered your execution, Bill. Pity he won't be with us tonight.
Listen, Doc.
Now you listen to me, Billy Bones, because you're as good as dead and you know it. Now you hand me the map right now, and I'll tell him that you cooperated.
All right, I'll do it. Only, got a little wrinkle to suggest. You tell him the wrinkle is that nobody threatens Billy Bones, and that I can still whip the tar out of every last one of them, and that I just might be willing to join up with me old crewmates, provided they make the captain of the crew, as I've been deserving since Madagascar. You tell him that, Giuseppe!
Sir, don't kill him!
I'll come back, you coward! I'll split your digger! I'll tear your arm off! I'll make you wish you never...
Mr. Bones?
Oh, for dog, I should have split him.
What's the matter, sir?
It's just my old heart. Finally playing me a fool.
I'll fetch Dr. Livesey.
No! I gotta get out of here. Quick.
Sir, what are you doing?
The map. I gotta get it away from the clutches. They'll send old blind Pew next. The blind man with the stick. He's pure evil. Some say he's the very thorny devil with cloven feet under those shoes of his. They say he likes to work in the dark of night because no one else can see them. Here it is.
Is it a treasure map?
Flint's map. The great Captain Flint. This map points to hundreds of thousands, boy. Hundreds of thousands in gold and silver and little trinkets made out of pearl. Take it.
Me?
You be my eyes and legs now, boy. You do the finding, we'll split it 50-50.
But I don't think that I'm the one to... Sir?
It's blind Pew.
Light. I feel the prickle of it on me skin, as if there's daybreak calling out to me like a nice warm fire. Ah. Now, will any kind friend inform a poor blind beggar man in which part of this blessed land he be?
You're at the Admiral Benbow Inn, sir. Black Hill Cove.
Ah. Now, ain't that a sweet young voice before me? A precious voice, belonging to a precious lad. I was a lad once too, you know, and had a mother and a father and a voice as sweet as a ribbon of honey. And I could climb to the top of puzzle trees and play lookout with me friends, the ones I had, or snuggle up in me father's woolly greatcoat, gazing at the fire and dreaming of the dawning of the world and the creation of man. Now, will you take old Blind Pew's hand, me kind young fellow, and lead me into this fine old house?
No! Leave go!
Now lead me into Billy Bones, or I'll have to break your arm like this. Is that you, Bill? Of course it is, 'cause I can hear your heart beating against your chest. Oh, Bill, 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 Bill. We've missed you something terrible on the ship. For who else do the rats have to look up to? I feel that. Don't move now. Not the width of an oak leaf. I may be blind, but I can hear a finger stirring across the stretch of a gown. Now, put out your left hand. 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 Put it out, I say! Now, boy, take his hand by the wrist and bring it near to my right. Now, open your hand, my dear friend. 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 That's a boy. Ooh, she's getting soft, that old hand is. Soft as the belly of a newborn kitten. Oh. And now that's done. And I shall see you anon. In that glorious place where the light would share between the just and the wicked. Ah.
I wish I made your better acquaintance, young fella, because I cotton strongly to the smell of your hair.
What did he give you, sir? Oh, it's only a piece of paper.
It's the black spot. What's it say on the other side?
8 o'clock?
What time is it now?
10 till 8.
10 minutes, boy. And this place will be crawling with pirates. Captain Flint's whole crew. They'll tear this place apart and they'll kill anything that gets in the way, including you and me.
But I've done nothing.
It doesn't matter. They want the map and they'll stop at nothing to get it.
Mother, quick, come
I
down!
could be here in seconds, boy.
Mother! I'll be right back.
I won't get Billy Bones the swabs. Not in a month of Sundays, you hear? Wait a minute. I see him. A whole pack of them bearing down on me. All wearing black. Like the black spot itself. Reminded me of the black deeds I've done all my life. Throwing the widows, the crying children, the weeping fathers in my face. Well, you know what? I'll do no mourning for the life I lived, and I'll do no dying either. It ain't my fault. It ain't my care. And it ain't my responsibility.
He's dead. Quick, Mother, we have to run!
Run?
Run quickly! Pirates are coming! They'll tear the house apart!
Why?
There's no time to explain!
But we can't just leave him.
We have to! You have to trust me! Quick, come on!
Jim?
Hurry up. He's inside. It's time to kill him.
Hazard, head around to the back of the house so no one can escape.
Aye, aye, sir.
Now, open the door.
It's locked.
Break it down!
Sit to it, lad. Put your shoulders into it.
There's Bones. There's his chair.
Bones! Bones, wake up!
He's dead.
Dead! Damn your eyes, you stinking pirate! I was hoping to kill you myself. Now, empty the chest and bring me the map and make it quick.
How's it?
It ain't here no place.
Look at the line. It's been ripped open. Somebody's took out the map already.
Who was it?
That little pup. It was him. I'll rip his head off. I'll tear the fingers from his hands. I'll squeeze his neck until the pus runs out of his eyes. Where is he? What was that?
What?
I heard something.
It came from upstairs, right above us. Come on, let's get him. Hurry up. Up you, shake a leg.
I can't walk. You go
Scuttle the men and squeeze the bloody heels.
You have to, Mother. Don't you see the pirates? They'll kill us.
I can't move.
Yes, you can. Just hold my arm. Quick. Over here, under the pilings.
Look under every rock and bush, and God Almighty, if I had a pair of eyes, I'd find them and kill them myself.
What's that? It's a signal from dirt.
It's dirt.
It means trouble. It's the militia.
Let's run! Let's quick! We'll be back to the ship! Pause, you scope! No time to pause with
gotta find the stinking boy. He's got the map.
Right up, you swans, you best take the land.
Hey! You coward! You don't get touched to these swans. Ezekiel Hunter! Justice, death, and money! You should all be wasting yourselves for turning yellow. Yeah, and take that! And that! And that! Boys, don't leave me here! You can't leave a poor blind beggar man in this black and shivering wasteland! Boys! Please! Help me! They're coming! Jim Hawkins! Squire, look inside, please.
Right you are.
Dr. Livesey. Come on, Mother. It'll be all right now.
Jim, Miss Hawkins. God, are you hurt?
Oh, we're fine.
But there were pirates, sir. Real pirates. And they were after Mr. Bones. And one was called Black Dog. And he and Mr. Bones had a fight. And there was another one called... That's him! He wanted to kill me.
Well then, good riddance to him.
All safe inside. Place is a bit of a mess though. All rumsy-derby. Rubs up spoons, plates. God, I'd cross swords with the beggars. Made mincemeat of them. Fighting man by nature. Trained as a lad. Sword. Pike. Oh, there's a dead man inside.
Dead?
On the floor, like a slab of beef.
Oh dear.
Ma'am, I want to go in there if I was... Domestic instincts. Admirable. 3 cheers.
Squire, this is Jim Hawkins, the lad I told you about. Jim, Squire Trelawney.
How do you do, sir?
Pleasure, lad. Brave boy.
Jim, I wonder what they were looking for. Why tear the place apart after Bones was dead?
I think I know, sir.
You can talk in front of Squire. Him and I are old friends.
Well, sir, I think it was this.
A map.
Appears to be an island. But to where?
Bearings longitude 62 degrees, 1720 west, longitude 240 north.
Look, there's writing at the bottom.
Instructions.
Currents.
Danger, Skeleton Island.
And look, sir, do you see them? 3 little crosses in red ink. And this one has writing next to it. I can't quite make it out.
Let's see. Oh, book of treasure. Here. Sign, chafe, hint, Captain. Oh, my lord.
Captain Flint?
Have you heard of him, sir?
Heard of him? Bloodthirsty buccaneer that ever crossed the deck. Blackbeard, a child to Flint.
Or would the treasure amount to much? That's the question.
Mount. Sir, a mount. There was a young lad on the sea. There was a young lad on the sea. I'll tell you the amount. There isn't a sailor alive who hasn't heard the stories. Pearls, the size of ostrich eggs. Rubies, red as blood, of such rarity, you can't look at them more than a minute without burning your eyeballs. And jade, from the dark green east, so fine, you can see your own reflection in it. And gold, more gold than a pasture has, or a king, or an emperor, amount. It amounts to the following. This map, in our possession, with this clue, this oyster of information, I will fit out a ship in Bristol dock, assemble a crew entire, lay the provisions, hire a captain, all at my own expense. And I'll take you, Livesey, as ship's doctor, and Hawkins here as cabin boy, and I'll have that treasure for the 3 of us. If I search a year, 2 years, 5 years, I will not rest until it's in the hold. Are you with me, lads?
Will it be dangerous, sir?
Dangerous? Do you think the country does go to Bristol? Then across the water, through the jungle, up a hill and clunk. I think I'll take that pirate treasure. Can I have another lemonade? Of course it'll be dangerous. Now is it a yes or a no? Right now, doctor, Yes. Hawkins?
Aye, sir.
That's the lad! And he dreamed of us last sea, he dreamed of us
And
all.
so our fates were sealed. We were after treasure, and there was no turning back. That week, Dr. Livesey went to London to find a specialist to take his practice, while Squire Trelawney went to Bristol to find his treasure ship. He swore he didn't call that in public, but Dr. Livesey said only half jokingly, I think, that the only man we feared in this enterprise was the Squire himself, because he couldn't hold his tongue. I shared in the doctor's concern. It seemed a lifetime, but it was about 4 weeks before the Squire wrote to say that he had acquired a ship, a schooner called the Hispaniola. I said my fond farewells to my mother, then traveled overnight by coach, and arrived in Bristol just as the sun was rising in the east. But look, the morn and russet mantle clad walks all the dew of yon high eastward hill. My father's ghost was not far away that morning, speaking Hamlet to my ear, and his presence gave me both comfort and longing.
Good morning, Maggie. You're looking as trim as a jib sail, you are.
Thank you, sir.
Got a few spare pennies for a poor lost sailor?
I'm sorry, I don't.
What about that purse, eh? Looks right heavy, it does. Full of gold and silver, eh?
I'm afraid there's not much inside. Hey! Someone stop him! He stole my purse! Stop him!
Well, well. Look you at the brine and bubbling sea coughed up.
Silver!
Taking something of a shortcut, aren't we, Mr. Blakely? Oh, and what be that you're clutching to your chest like the baby Jesus?
Get off me! Take none of your business.
I love it when they run. Aye. What shall we do with them, lad, eh? Shall we feed him to the empty shark's oar, hand him over to the law, and let them stretch his neck?
I'd hate to see him hang, sir.
All right. Aye. Sharks it is.
No, please. I can't swim.
Oh, get out! Out! Just to make certain I don't see your snubbling face again. Because if I do, the sharks will have a dainty little breakfast treat. And believe me, they don't mind the gristle.
I'll get you for this.
Then make it quick, because I'm getting bored with life.
Thank you, sir.
Don't mention it, lad. Just be more careful with that purse of yours.
It's me.
He's getting hungry. Oh, I should have fed him that squirming devil there. On second thought, it might have poisoned the poor bird.
Is he a real parrot?
Well, he is and he ain't, you might say. I brought him back myself from Madagascar. I suspect he's partly toucan.
I'll bet he's a very good companion, sir, if you're ever lonely.
That he is, lad. A fine friend when a friend is needed. We sail together like Juno's swans. Oh, so why be you here in the stock in Bristol? Run away from home to taste the sea?
No, sir. Well, in a way, but not exactly. I mean, my mother knows all about it. I'm to be a cabin boy on a ship that sails in a few days, the Hispaniola. I hope to equip myself with dignity.
That's the lad. Good for you, boy. And I bet you'll do it too. You're smart as paint jar. I saw it when I first set eyes on you. You know, I was a cabin boy myself once. On a cutter it was in the Indian Sea. Oh, and up I rose like a phoenix from the fire to the glorious title of ship's cook, then the quartermaster, and then midshipman on a man of war. Oh, I was a devil with a double quadrant. And I would have made lieutenant too if I hadn't lost me leg in service of the king. Under Admiral Hawke it was, finest sailor to ever cruise the sea.
Are you sailing with any of these ships yet?
Oh, don't I wish it, lad. But nobody wants an old sea cook with a game leg.
It's me!
He's getting hungry. I should feed him. John Silver.
Jim Hawkins.
Hawkins. I knew a Hawkins once. It was far from here in London town. Got relatives.
No, I mean not in London, but my father went there once.
Aye, a different Hawkins, I'll wager. This was some years back. His name was Peter.
My father's name was Peter.
Peter Hawkins. He spoke of a son in Dorset, or maybe Devon, at a place called Black Hill Cove, I think.
You knew my father? That was him. That was his last trip. He went to London for his health.
That's right. He came for the sawbones. Well, I'll be Peter Hawkins. We was mates, Jim. The very best of friends.
I can't believe it.
Oh, here, let me get a look at you. Oh, why, there is a resemblance, a strong one. Oh, he was a good cook, as I remember. Ran a tavern like.
Yes.
He was always quoting his Shakespeare, he was. Bad near crammed it down my throat as well. All for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention.
A kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene.
Oh, wait a moment. Look here. I've got it right here. This was his. He gave it to me before he died.
It's Shakespeare. Look, it's his. It has his writing in it.
Now, I got to confess, he asked me special to hand it to you if I ever found myself in Devon. And after that, I went off to sea and... Anyway, here, it's yours.
Mine?
I ask your pardon, Jim. I should have found you before this.
No, I'm just so glad that...
You're a good boy, Jim. Your dad would be proud of you.
Jim Hawkins, bless my soul. We're right on time, boy. Punctual. Top notch.
Good morning, sir.
Is something wrong? Are you...
No, I'm fine. How's the ship? Is she in harbor?
In harbor? Boy, you're almost standing next to her. Look. 2 red flags for Hispaniola.
Ain't she a pretty thing? Looks as handy as a dolphin and twice as quick.
That she is, sails like the wind.
Is she catch-rigged?
Right to the yard arm, like a lace handkerchief, carries 200 tons.
Aye.
Do I know you, sir?
Oh, John Silver, at your pleasure.
He was a friend of my father's. This is Squire Trelawney. It's his ship.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir. And I'll tell you this, he got the finest cabin boy I ever set me eyes on. He's smart as paint he is, and as good as gold.
He stopped a villain from saving my pets just now. You should have seen him. Knocked him down! He's as strong as Hercules!
Now, Jim, let's not exaggerate. He would have fallen over with a puff of wind.
He might have saved my life. Who knows what the villain would have done?
Oh, now.
Sir, do you think Mr. Silver can sail with us?
Oh, now, Jim, just stop it! What with a squire here, what with an old sea cook with a game leg?
He sailed with Admiral Hawke.
Really? Oh, Hawke was the best.
Finest sailor ever lived, he was. Taught me everything.
And you're a cook?
Cook, midshipman, quartermaster. If it be on the water, I tend to con the why and wherefore.
And you're looking for a bird?
Oh, that I am, but I ain't one to push myself.
Well, Hawkins here thinks highly of you.
He does.
But our trouble is, we don't have much of a crew yet. I hired a captain, a fellow named Smallings, you know?
No, sir.
Well, he's trying to get the crew together, but says all the sailors in Bristol are engaged.
Maybe he's asking the wrong people.
Meaning?
Meaning? You got to shoot high enough to bring down the prize. And you'll be wanting a crackerjack crew with a ship like that. The best in Bristol. And I knows every one of them. I've sailed with them all. On the Swallow and the Caravan, from Malabar to the Barbary coast. And believe me, They'll make themselves available for a good voyage. Now, where do you sail?
Ah, secret.
Aye.
Can't tell. But between you and me, there's a treasure involved.
Sir!
A treasure!
Enormous, magnificent, the greatest of the century. And it's not a doubt, sir. I shark you. It's Flint's treasure, Captain Flint.
The pirate.
That's him. And the word is all over, not just mine. It's the king's ransom in jewels and gold. And we'll have it without question.
If you allow me, sir, and I'll need your proxy like so I can make the bargains. I'll get you the best crew that ever sailed from Bristol Harbor. I'll stake me life on it.
You really think you could do it?
Oh, in a flash of lightning, and ere a man hath the power to say, behold!
The jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
Well.
Done, sir. I like the cut of your gin, Mr. Silva.
Hey.
We have it here.
Hey, and here's me hand.
Sir, when do we start?
Well, that depends on Silva.
I'll have your crew in 3 days' time. That's a promise.
In which case, we sail by the end of the week. Oh, wait till I tell Lipsy. Oh, I'll go find him. Boy, I'll meet you here at 3 o'clock and we'll inspect the ship together. Silva, get to work.
Hey.
Good boy.
You brought me luck, Jim, and we have your father to thank for it.
We do, don't we?
Now come along. I've got work to do. And you've got a feathered friend of mine to take care of. His name, by the way, is Captain Flint, just like the pirate.
What?
Hurry up! There's the water coming through. Stow and below. Aye, aye, sir. Hold fast to the main sheet, for the Lord God!
And point the orders.
As promised, Silver would have improved by the end of the week. Our only delays after that were occasioned by the arguments between Squire Trelawney and Mr. Smollett, the captain he had hired some weeks before. They were oil and water and argued about everything.
And the problem this time, sir?
There is no this time about it, sir. It is the same problem we have broached before.
Which is?
I don't like this cruise, and I don't like the men.
Perhaps you don't like the ship, sir.
She seems a clever craft. But I haven't sailed her yet, have I?
Say you don't like the cruise, sir. Why is that?
I was engaged in what we call sealed orders to sail this ship for that gentleman, when and where he should bid me. So far, so good. But now it seems to me that every man before the mast knows more than I do.
Such as?
Such as that we're looking for treasure. And as for the men, I should have had the choosing of them. I'm the captain.
Well, you had the choosing. Now get it, you son.
You don't find a good crew overnight.
Well, Silver did. Now did it he?
Not in my opinion. No, he didn't.
Gentlemen, please. What is it you wish for on this junk, Captain?
First point. The crew is now loading the powder and arms in the forehold. When will you have a good place for them under our cabins? So put them there where we can keep an eye on them. Second point, Squire. You have 2 of your own men, as well as the boy Hawkins. So give them berths beside our cabins, then all our allies are together.
In other words, you fear mutiny.
I didn't say that, but I ask you to take certain precautions or let me resign.
Fine! Fine! Do as you please! Move the powder and the men! But know this, sir! I am extremely hurt! Good day, sir.
So we finally came to the time that we had to go off for the treasure. That night came the final bustle as everything was stowed in place. Then a little before dawn, the boatswain sounded his pipe. Then, as the sky turned red with the first beams of morning, we were headed out into the open sea. As the Hispaniola began her voyage to the Isle of Treasure.
No one be more welcome than yourself, Jim. Small cheer and great welcome. Make a merry feast.
Can I help?
Oh, you may indeed. I reckon, you know how to peel a potato?
I think so.
Here. Just try and get just the skin, if you can. Here. Like this. There! Oh, there. Much better.
I'm sorry to have to do work like this. I'll wager that on your other ships you had assistants and scullions and things.
Sorry? Jim, lad, don't you never be sorry for doing an honest day's work, no matter what the task. Why, think of all the good we're doing right this minute. First of all, we're giving our arms and fingers a bit of exercise, making them strong as steel. All the better to do our other jobs in life when the time comes along. Second, we're creating a thing of beauty with this here potato, just like the good Lord done himself on the day of creation, compounding the likes of you and me. Why, oh, look at this masterpiece. Oh, ready to jump into a pot of boiling water out of sheer vanity? Ha! Hey. Third, oh, we're getting our mouths watering just by smelling this here perfume. Oh, which means we're sure to do the good Lord's work at supper time and clean our plates just like our mothers taught us. Fourth, we're keeping the crew that eats these potatoes strong and healthy so they can bring us all home safe and sound. 5, we're cutting up our fingers now and then, so we never have to play the piano. 6, we're keeping ourselves out of trouble. And 7, well, we're stealing a few extra minutes to enjoy each other's company. And now there ain't nothing, I said nothing, better than that on the 7 seas, now is there? So, you tell me what's better than peeling a potato, eh?
Hey, Silver, you're wanted below decks by the captain.
Captain do you know what he's after?
Not a clue. But I think he's alright.
Jim lad, I'll be right back now. Don't you do all them potatoes before I return. Hey.
Have you known Mr. Silver for very long?
What? Barbecue? Long ain't the word. Him and I sailed from Suriname to the Spanish Main together. I knows him like the back of my hand. He's as brave as a lion. I saw him lose a leg from a cannon shot off the coast of Tripoli. Mind good it were. Then the appetites during the battle right on deck. My head just watches. Doesn't utter a sound. Now look at him. Peeling potatoes.
He seems happy with the voyage.
Well, of course he's happy. He's looking forward to getting the track.
Getting what?
Oh, nothing. I mean, getting to the island, that's all. Tell me something. Now, you knows I always liked you. Just the way old John does, you see. And I think of you as a mate. Israel Hands and Jim
Hawkins?
Hawkins, right. Now get to me straight, all right? Is it you? What's the map?
Map?
The map of the island. What leads to the treasure?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, of course you do. Did you keep it on you? In your jacket?
I don't know what you mean.
I ain't had much in my life. I can tell you that. I ain't had no schooling, see, but I could memorize a map in seconds, which might do us a power of good.
Please.
I just want to gander to fill my eyes.
Stop it.
I just want to feel it between my fingers, so I can start dreaming and making plans.
Stop!
I just want to say it. Give it over.
Get away!
Ah!
Mr. Hands!
Captain Smollett.
Is there a problem, sir?
No, sir.
I'm glad to hear it. Now go to your duties. Now! You too, Hawkins.
Yes, sir.
And stay out of trouble.
I'll try, sir. The next morning, I tried to tell John what had happened with Mr. Hands, but he said I must have misunderstood. I knew he was wrong. But I had no suspicion then that my encounter with Hands was merely the beginning of a longer nightmare, which would come to a bloody and treacherous end. It began with a barrel of apples, which stood broached in the waist of the ship, for anyone to help himself. It was a little after sundown, on the third week of our voyage, and it occurred to me that I should like an apple before turning in. The barrel was so huge that I had to climb inside. Well, I found scarce any apples left. And sitting down there in the dock, what with the sound of the water and the rocky movement of the ship, I had either fallen asleep or was on the point of doing so when a noise jostled me into my senses.
I says we do it now, Joe. When they suspect
Israel.
we can overpower them in a minute and kill them all. But I want that cat for myself. I'm gonna wring his little cat's head off his body.
Well, you can ring it all you like, but we ain't ready yet.
And I says, why not?
Because, you jelly deal, we ain't got the map!
We believe it's on the boy.
Oh, and what if it ain't? What if Smollett has it, or the doctor? Or what if they just hidden it away somewhere? Then, how do we find the island?
Then we grab the boy and threaten to kill him.
Ew.
Or we massacre them all and find it for ourselves. We've got the muskets stored below.
I agree.
Let's just get on with it.
Would you listen to me, you dumb There ain't the brains of a dying oyster among you. Why take that kind of risk? Huh? Just bide your time. With the likes of you, it's always, hurry it up, do it now, and let the bleeding devil take it. Which is why, when all is said and done with, I'll be riding to Parliament in a crystal carriage, and all the rest of you will be chained in execution dock, waiting to be hanged. Now, here's what I say, and you better listen. We don't make a move till we've been to the island and all the gold's on board.
And I says that's too long to wait.
Oh, and I says, who's in charge of this operation was chosen by the all of you.
And I says that's a mighty nice question.
Oh, is it?
And maybe there ought to be a change. Huh? And maybe you're getting too soft with that one leg missing. And maybe you ain't the man that you once was. And somebody named George Mary ought to be in charge.
Go ahead, your move, Codfish.
John, assuming we got the gold, what do we do with the levers?
Ah, that's a good thought. That there, the business inquiry, that is. And I says, we got two choices. Either we can leave them on the island, like Maroons. That was Blackbeard's way. Or we could chop them down like much pork. That's what Flint would have done.
Chop them up, says I, and wring their necks.
Hey.
Hold on. There's Tom coming.
Is he with us? Did you ask him?
I did, and he ain't decided yet.
Hey, Tom! Over here.
Hello, Tom.
There he is.
And welcome.
Well, how's old Tom, eh?
I'm all right.
We's having a meeting.
About you know what?
That's what I thought.
You see, right now, we's talking about money, right, boys? Which might just interest ya. Who knows, eh? You see, gentlemen of fortune like ourselves, we make money, and a lot of it. We live rough, and we risk swinging. But when the journey is said and done with, it's 100 pounds lying in our pockets. Then we eat like potentates, and we drink like the laughing gods. We live in mansions like the Duke of Buckingham. We go on adventures like the Three Musketeers. Now, you're young, and you ain't had much experience. But you're smart as paint, you are. I saw it when I first set eyes on you. Now, I'm asking you a man's question, and I'm waiting for a man's answer. Are you with us, laddie? Yes or no? No. Bear in mind, we haven't even decided to get to a thing to even raise an eyebrow. So, this might end up being a peaceful voyage, up until the point we get back home again and we're lying peaceful in our nice soft beds.
Right, well, here's where I stand. I've given it long thought, and I think I'd rather remain where I am, with the squire and the captain, the doctor lives here. I'm just not meant to be a...
Gentleman of fortune.
Right. So, that's where things stand.
Understood. I can respect that. And so can we all. So, I wish you good night and Godspeed.
Thank you.
Tom.
He's dead. He went clean in.
Just throw him overboard. We'll say he fell off the rail by accident. Hey! Hey, Tom!
There it is in the moonlight. Quick, call the captain.
No! Let the crow's nest call it out. Quick, get back to your bunks. They see us messing around like a bunch of clams, they'll grow suspicious. Hurry, Tom, get them moving. Hey.
Land ho!
As you can imagine, I felt the keenness of the serpent's betrayal to the deepest sounding of my immortal soul. For a moment, I could barely stir a finger. Then suddenly, there was a great rush of feet across the deck. I could hear sailors tumbling up from the cabin and forecastle. Then, slipping instantly outside my barrel, I took a dive behind the foresail, made a double towards the stern, then gathered our allies where I told them everything.
I knew it!
It's a scoundrel.
A remarkable thing. Someone's so quiet.
Well, Silver is a remarkable man.
He looked remarkably well. Take it from the yacht,
I trusted him. He was so kind, and he
The
knew...
question now is, what do we do?
It's now or never. We've gained the island, and it's time to strike.
But Silver said...
I don't care what Silver said. We have the advantage because they ain't suspecting us. But what about the map? We grab the boy and threaten to kill him.
But what if they say go ahead?
That ain't gonna happen. They ain't like us. They ain't selfish, ruthless killers! Now get the weapons.
I say we load the muskets and mow them down.
And I say we bide our time for now.
But why?
Because we're outnumbered 3-1 at least.
Down the village. I'll take 3 or 4 of them with me. Oh.
Captain, do you have a plan?
I do. The map of the island shows a stockade and a blockhouse just below the north inlet. If we could somehow make it there, we'd stand a better chance.
What's that?
A gunshot!
Quick, start loading the muskets!
What's going on? You Aaron Lobster. You silver-boned putts. Didn't I tell you to wait to hold your water? Look what you done.
That could have killed me!
Please, sir, I have an idea. I'll go and speak to them while the 4 of you make your escape to the longboat.
What?
I got you into this and I'll get you out of it. You see, it's the map they're after, and if that'll distract them, then I'll get away.
But how?
There's no time to explain. I'll meet you at the stockade. Take the longboat.
Don't be absurd, we'll face it together! Jim!
Stop!
Hold your fire! Hold your fire!
Jim, lad. I want to talk. I want to make a bargain.
Talk all you want, but these pistols are loaded and I know how to use them.
Jim, lad,
Don't Jim lad me. And if I ever thought of you in the same instant as my father, I can only pray he doesn't know the shame I brought to his name by doing so.
He was a good man, your
Shut
father.
up! Now it's the map you're after. And I've got it. Right here. See? I'll drop it over the side. I swear to God I'll drop it. And then you'll never see it again. Go ahead and shoot me. I'll fall into the sea, and the map will go with me, then where you'll be.
Jim, lad, what do you want in exchange for the map?
Jim!
Did you make it?
Yeah! Water, we're shoving off!
Then I have what I need. And all of you can go to hell with Captain Flint and the rest of the pirates who perished in your damnable train!
Well done, lad. Got you aiming at each other, you fools! You'll all be dead without him even lifting a finger.
He's gotta be close by. We just saw him.
Oh, you think you saw him here, and there, and everywhere? Well, this island's a devil and just swallow you up. That boy's smarter than all of you mixed together in a thin broth.
That'll be him!
Hurry up! Before he gets away! Hurry up!
We's out of the woods. We's out of the woods. Except we's still in the woods, ain't we?
Who are you?
Been gone, says I. Poor been gone. Say, I haven't spoken to a Christian these 3 long years. What was it for, says I? Can't tell, mighty hard, mighty hard.
Were you shipwrecked?
Shipwrecked? Nay, not I. I was marooned.
Marooned?
For sure! Abandoned by a crew of pirates. And I lived all these years on goats and berries and oysters. And I'll tell you a secret. I was plenty sick of goats and berries and oysters. Have an oyster?
No, thank you.
More for me. But, see, what I really want is a piece of cheese. Have you got any on you?
I'm sorry, I don't.
That was my favorite, see, cheese. Cheese. A little roasted, toasted cheese. Just like my mother used to make me when I was tucked up in me little bed at home. Oh, She was a good soul, my mother was. And she loved me, she did. Well, look at me now, says I. I've been a disappointment, ain't I? That I have. And all I want is a piece of cheese.
I'm sorry for your hardship, sir, but there's plenty of cheese on the ship I came on, the one out there.
And you give me some.
Of course I would. I'd be happy to, if I ever get back to it.
Cheese! Yeah! Oh, Rick! Oh, you're a fine lad, a good lad, a magnificent lad!
What's your name?
Jim Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins.
Well, how do you do, Jim Hawkins? Glad to make your acquaintance, lad. And I'll tell you this, you're blessed your stars. It was you who found me first and was kind to me. Shall I tell you why? Because I was a rich lad, rich as the kings and queens of Europe ever dreamed to be. Amen, and God be with you. And I was built me a little boat, you see, magnificent boat, and I hide you under the white rock. Richly riches on the Billy Goat's Hill, pull you to the ground if you don't stand still. Wait! That ain't Flint's ship out there, is it?
No, Flint is dead, or so they say, but a few of his hands were on board with us, and they mutinied to get a treasure map, and now I and others loyal to the captain are on the run.
You're in a clove hitch, ain't you? Well, you just put your trust in old Ben Gunn. Ben Gunn's the man that saves you, says I. But, tell me, Jim, would your captain, dear, help a poor maroon if that maroon goes and helps the captain?
I would think it likely.
To the tune of a passage home.
Of course he would, I can promise you.
Oh, that's good as free! Oh, we'll make for the tree, and if we're towards the sea, for a little fee on me mother's knee. Oh, and I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you no more. I were on Captain Flint's ship when the treasure was buried. You see, he sent his first mate, Long John Silver, to do it, and take 6 of us along to do the work. He said, "You're kill him afterwards, leaving a no witnesses that can appoint the way." And Silver says, "Aye, aye, sir, aye, aye." He says, "I'll kill him."
But why does Silver need the map if he's the one who buried the treasure?
Because it's a jungle out here, you silly goose, with vines and trees and holes and caverns, and it all looks the same to every living soul in the world, except to Ben Gunn. Except to Ben, but only wants a piece of cheese. That's all. That's all I want. That is all I want.
I'm sorry.
Just look at you. The spitting image of your darling father.
My father?
Peter Hawkins. Now, don't tell old Ben Gunn he ain't your father. He used to speak about you night and day. Like you was the greatest living creature ever. Made by God.
How did you know my father?
We was mates on the ship. The devil ship!
But my father never went to sea. He died in London.
I suppose he would have if Silver had impressed him in the service. You see, Flint was about to set sail and he needed a cook. And Silver was now old Flint's first mate. So, Silver had made a friend of your father in London town. So he says, "Come along!" And your father says, "Nay, not I ain't a-going." So Silver grabbed him like and hit him on the head. And your father wakes up, staring at Orion's belt in the night sky over a bobbing ship.
But my father died in London. I got a letter saying that he did.
That'd be from Silver, I'll wager. Huh. He was always a dab hand at tying up the package. Well, only, I am sorry to say, your father was one of the 6 of us who was told to
bury the treasures.
Then he was a...
What's that? They're coming.
Tell me fast what happened!
Jim! Jim, is that you?
Mr. Smollett?
Oh, thank God, we were worried sick.
Where are the others?
They're at the stockade. I was at the boat trying to grab the supplies, but Silver's men just spotted me.
Where's Ben?
Who?
Ben Gunn. He was just here. A man from the jungle.
Jim, we have to hurry.
I have news of my father. I have to talk to him.
Not now, you don't. Come on.
I have to talk to him.
You still have the map?
Yes, I've got it right here, but I must speak to Ben.
Come on, let's go.
Just go! Go!
There he is! There he is!
I see him!
After him! Just don't let him get to the stockade!
I raced through the dense woods to find Ben Gunn. I continued for hours in the desperate hope of learning more about my father. But the more I searched, the more lost I became. Before I knew it, I became lost in the ever-increasing darkness of the tangled woods. The next morning, I woke to a gunshot. And within moments, I realized to my astonishment that I was on a bluff, a mere 100 yards from the stockade. And although I was covered from view by the trees, I could see and hear everything that was then transpiring in the clearing below.
Flag a truce! Flag a truce! Captain Silver to come aboard and make terms.
Captain Silver? Never heard of him. Do you give yourself a promotion so easily?
Oh, not I, sir. But the poor boys and me crew made me captain after your desertion.
Desertion?
You left the ship, did you not? And what were me poor boys to do? It's in their nature to crave a leader. It's how they're constituted. Now, you wouldn't deny them their nature now, would ya? That would be cruelty. But listen, let's have a parley.
Come. My men will hold their fire. You have my word.
I'll take your so be it as good enough. One gentleman to another. Shall we go inside so I can get myself off of this poor excuse for a leg?
No, you'll stay out here. If you had pleased to be an honest man, you may have been sitting in your own galley. You're either my ship's cook and treated handsomely, or Captain Silver, a common mutineer and pirate. Now state your terms.
My terms is, we want the treasure, and we'll have it. And you'll as soon save your necks, I reckon. And so, I think we have the makings of a bargain.
Go on.
You have a map that I believe shows this island and where all the treasure is buried.
That says maybe.
Well, it's my property and I want it back.
I thought it was Captain Flint's map.
Well, I'm captain now, so it's mine by law.
What law is that?
The law of right and wrong, or haven't you heard of that one? Oh, Lord of mercy. I'll have to be careful associating with the likes of you, or else I'll have me morals corrupted. Listen, Captain, I never meant you no harm. I'm a peaceful man at heart, a Quaker by nature, and I crave nothing more than the pipe in time of peace, as the poet says.
I know exactly what you crave and what you meant to do. I don't care, for now you can't do it.
That's as may be true, but here's me terms. You hand us the map, and I'll give you a choice. Either you can come aboard when all the treasure is loaded, in which case I'll give you me word of honor. We'll clap you someplace safe ashore. Or, if that ain't your fancy, you can stay here or the vine stores. And I'll give you me affidavit that I'll send you the first ship I sight on water to come and pick you up. Now, handsomer than that, you couldn't look for.
Is that all?
Every word. Refuse it, and you've seen the last of me, but musket balls.
That's quite an offer. Now here's mine. If you'll come up one by one, unarmed, no tricks, I'll engage to clap you all in irons and take you home to a fair trial in England. And if you refuse, why, in the name of heaven, I'll put a bullet in your back the next time we meet.
We'll see who takes the bullet, Captain. Jim lad, I know you're in there, so listen up. If you come up with us, then all is forgiven. You're too smart to choose the losing side, lad. So I'll be waiting for you in the camp. Now remember, we're mates, Jim. And don't you forget it.
Get out, now.
Oh, with the greatest of pleasure. Hey. Oh, and I suggest that you arm yourselves as quick as possible, because I'm coming back with the grinding of a tooth. And those that'll die'll be the lucky ones.
From the moment I heard Silver's words and saw him stomp back to his camp for a hurried conference, I knew that the only place for me was beside my friends, regardless of the odds.
Jim, lad.
Well, there's the line.
Jim, thank God you're right.
And you, sir?
Get ready, lads, and we'll attack them from the front. Search the powder and spread out. I'm the one giving orders here, George. Mary. Hey.
That's it. Keep going, quick as you can.
Oh, forgive me if my hands shake a little, knowing that 20 cutthroat pirates are waiting to hack to the mason.
I think the attack could be any second now.
Well, why do you think I'm sweating my guts out over this powder and...
Hand me that rifle. And for God's sake, stay low.
Make your shots count! We're getting low on musket balls!
I'm fine. I'm all right. It's only a flesh wound.
Wait a moment. Look. They stopped coming.
Thank God for that. Did we finish them off, do you think?
Impossible. There's too many of them. They're just regrouping.
I like to regroup them into small pieces.
Don't
Sir,
stop!
this
Keep
will
the
pass.
pressure up!
We're out of powder.
Do we stand a chance against them, do you think?
There may be, if one of us can somehow get to the ship and cut the anchor loose. Then she'd drift to the north inlet and we can make a run for it and try to grab her. Of course, they chase us all the way.
I'd like to chase the kingdom come.
As I said, don't stop! Keep the pressure up!
The ammunition is gone.
And so is the powder.
You know what I say to that, huh? I say it's providence! The divine hand in turn we stand and fight like men of the first water! So to the front, boys! Show them your colors! Scale that wall as if your lives depended on it!
The crew has voted that you shall go first.
Oh, and that I will, Master Death. That I will.
Look out! Here they come again! Jim, where are you going?
I'll be back, I promise! I remember that Van Gunn had spoken of a ship he built fit for a king under a white rock. I raced along the island like a madman, but praying my scheme would not be in vain. And then suddenly, I saw it. A coracle, a small boat, patched together by an unskilled hand, yet with every sign of being seaworthy. Without thinking twice, I leapt into the craft and paddled furiously for the Hispaniola. Captain Smollett had said that if one of us could cut the ship from her anchor, we might be saved. And that was now my mission.
Let me see them pasteboards. Deal. Two. Three. Go. Eight. Nine. Hold it. I says you're a cheat. Course I ain't cheating. This is relaxation. I'm a pirate. I cheat for a living. Roll up your sleeve. No. Roll it up, I say. I says you're a cheat, and I want to look. And I says, you's a poxy bad loser, and you ain't saying nothing. Give me that all. No. Give me. Let go. I says, you's a cheat. You're a liar. Oh.
Mr. Hands? Mr. Hands, O'Brien is dead.
I know. I killed him.
Why?
He was too good at cards.
Are you much hurt?
If the doctor was aboard, I'd be right enough. I have no luck. That's what's the matter with me. It's the story of my life. Well, God's blood! You cut the billion houses, didn't you?
And what if I did?
You brainless lover! We drift out to sea!
I doubt that highly. Captain Smollett says we'll drift to the North Inlet.
Maybe yes, maybe no. But you'll get there a lot sooner if you sell it yourself. Now won't you? So I've got a proposition to make.
I'm listening.
You fetch me some to eat, and I'll teach you how to sail us to shore like a man.
To the North Inlet.
What do I care where you put her? I has no choice now, has I? Do we have a bargain?
Yes. Here. Take this for your wound.
Now, climb up to the wheel and release the log. Good. Now, give her a spin to stop it. See how the topsail's filling up? Like the belly of a one busting out with a whelp? That's what you want. You want to leave it now for a while? And I want to speak grub.
There's some food left right over here.
Well, I can't move now, can I? And I want some wine. This brandy's too strong. And, here's some beef and biscuits. You have to go below. And that's our bargain.
You'll get what I can find quickly and nothing more.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Here. This is for you.
You like cheese, do you?
It would appear so, wouldn't it? But things aren't always what they seem now, are they?
You want to get back to the tiller now and hold fast. And you see them stays? You want to release them pretty quick in a minute.
What for?
Because if they're too tight, the sails won't shift. I'd have done it myself, but I can't move on this blasted wound of mine now, can I? It's keeping me from moving at all.
One more step, Mr. Hands, and I'll blow your brains out. I swear to heaven I'll do it, so don't try me.
Wet from the water, you lover.
Knowing that I'd killed a man, I began to feel faint and even more terrified than when the danger had been upon me. The thought of it sickened me, yet I knew that defending myself in a man's world had somehow altered me, as though I'd climbed a fence and crossed from a field of flowers to a darker stand of tall but uneven trees. By this time, the Hispaniola had run aground in the North Inlet. I waded to shore without much difficulty, and it did not take long after that to find the stockade where my friends would be waiting.
Expression, it seems we aren't the flesh and blood you expected to find here tonight.
No, you're not. Where are my friends?
Aye, that's a good question and deserves an answer. Now, I always liked you, Jim. As a very lad of spirit and the picture of myself when I was young and innocent. What we changed was innocence for innocence, and we knew not the doctrine of ill-doing, nor dreamed that any did.
Where are my friends?
They came to us last evening with a parley, or with a flag of truce, you'd say. Captain Silver, says the doctor, you're out of stores. Your crew is getting sick from the climate. Oh, it's so horrible. Your ship is gone. Gone, says I. So I turn around and, by thunder, the ship ain't to be seen. It's a sea of glass out there without a wrinkle in it. And I'm afraid to tell you, boy, I don't think they much appreciated your desertion of them. I think they saw it as cowardly.
Cowardly?
I'm afraid so. And I've got to confess, I thought it was too.
You thought so? You? The man who kidnapped my father? The man who trapped him on a ship against his will? The man who put him to death because you didn't dare stand up to Captain Flint? That's for your cowardly! And that! And that!
Jim laughed. What a sign you would have made. I'll tell you what. I'll give you two choices. Either you can join up with us and take your share as a gentleman of fortune, or you walk through that door as free as a bird. It's up to you.
I know what kind of choices you offer. I saw what you did on the ship to Tom Morgan when he said no.
How do you know that?
Who told him? So let the worst come to the worst. It's little I can. I've seen too many perish since I fell in with you. But I'll tell you one thing before I die. You're in a bad way. Your ship's lost, the Treasure's lost, men lost, your whole business has gone to wreck. And if you want to know who did it, it was I! I was in the apple barrel and told the captain what I had. I cut the ship's cable and brought her, but you'll never see her again. I killed Mr. Hands and stopped him from saving the ship for you. And I know where the treasure is, and you will never find it, not in 1,000 years!
You thought it, you maggot!
A fussy George, Mary. I'll teach you who's in charge of this ship. Go ahead. Make a move. Cause if you do, I'll see the color of your insides quicker than you can take a breath. No. That boy is worth more than all of you jackals put together! And if you touch even a single hair on his head, you answer to me. Is that understood?
This crew has a right to talk. Now don't it?
We claim the right to step outside for a council.
We don't value bullying or all spike, but we aim to talk about it. Them's the rules, and you can't deny it.
I deny nothing. Talk is free and liberty is generous. Listen to me, lad. You're within half a blank of death, and what's worse, of torture. Now, if you stand by me, I'll stand by you if you stand by me. I still got one last string to me bow, and if it ain't the thing, we'll face them back to back, and if it goes down hard, will we go down together?
Do you really think I stand by any man who killed my father?
Don't start that! Me cheek can't take it!
You murderer!
Jim!
Go! You lied, filthy!
Save your father's life! Yes, Flint ordered me to kill your father. And yes, I brought him out into this blasted jungle. But I spared his life. Him and an old dog named Ben Gunn. I killed the other four. Who'd have killed me if I hadn't. And I went back to Flint, and I told him that I killed all 6 of them. Which was taking a poxy chance with me life, I'll tell you that. But I couldn't kill your father, Jim. We was mates. He was my friend. Now, you know I'm telling you the truth. You can see it in my eyes.
Do you think my father might still be alive?
He's not, Jim. Before we sailed off, he made a break for the ship and Flint cut him down. It was either here or London, and he died like a man.
No!
Come on, Jim. No tears. Please. Make it be sentimental. Oh, here come the crows. It's now or never, Jim. Are you with me?
I'm with you, and I think you'd better keep this.
Are you certain, lad?
I am.
Here. Give me your wrists.
Captain, I got something for you.
And Bonnie, the old mate. Come forward, lass. I ain't gonna eat you. Hand it over. The black spot. I was expecting that. I bet you didn't. Oh, looky here. This was, look on the back. This wasn't cut out of a Bible now, was it? Oh, it's Revelations on the back. And the Lord saith unto me, I cannot bear these evil men. That's rather apt, now ain't it?
But that ain't the point.
No, it's not. But I'd rather hate to be the fool than cut up a Bible. Was it you, Ezekiel?
We needed paper. There ain't no harm in that. Is there, John?
Honestly, you're as good as dead.
It's a lie.
You told me to do it, George Mary, and I didn't want to.
He's just trying to scare you, and it ain't the point. The point is, you've got the spot, Silver. Now read it. The bottom charcoal.
Deposed. D-E-P-P-O-S-S-E-D. Was this your hand, George?
That's right.
Oh, you've become quite a leader in this crew now, haven't you?
Oh, thank you.
And according to the rules, it's time for me to hear out your grievances. So out with them.
Well, I'll speak for the crew.
What a surprise.
First, you made a hash of this here cruise, and you be a bold man to say no to that. Second, you let the enemy out of this here trap.
He's right.
Third, there's this here boy. He's the devil, and you've been protecting him like his own mother. But we ought to kill him and be done with it, yeah? And 4, we ain't got no treasure, and we ain't got no bloomin' mouth.
He's right.
Wants to go. Yeah.
So you can count, but you can't spell. Point 1. There'd have been no cruise if it weren't for me. And if you would have waited, like I told you, we'd have all the gold on board and really sail it home as smooth as butter. Point 2. We needed the stores in this blockhouse. Otherwise, we would have starved to death. Point 3. This boy is a hostage. Young lady. Oh, you got no brains. You got no sense. And point 4. There's your bloomin' map. And if you don't trust old John Silver now, then elect yourselves another leader.
It is the map.
The spyglass hill.
And here's the crosses.
Now, what about the ship? If we get the treasure, how are we supposed to get off the island?
Well, we find the ship. You can't fix that how. The boy cut the hawser, so it's drifted off the shore somewhere. So we'll search the entire island until we find her. And find her we will. I'll stake me life on it.
3 cheers for Captain Silver. Hit him!
Hooray!
Hit him!
Hooray!
Hit him! No one closed an eye that night as the pirates prepared for the assault on the island. And heaven knows I had not enough thought in the man whom I had slain that afternoon in my own most perilous position. And in the remarkable game I saw Silver now engaged upon. But most of all, I thought upon my beloved father, and I wept for him.
It's hot as the hinges of hell out here.
It's called a swamp, you ninny.
3 trees in a row, spyglass hill, 1 point north-northeast.
There they are, 3 trees in a row.
They're gonna be large trees, you idiot.
Well, that one's large.
And the other 2 are little scrubs.
I think it's this way.
1 point north-northeast. For the law, Abraham, cut your nostrils, ring them out.
If we get anywhere close, I'll recognize it.
I'm getting mighty tired of old dogs and numbskulls.
You think he was the king of Siam or something?
I hope he falls down a hole and kills himself with a stake through his heart.
Maybe that could be arranged.
What are you saying?
I'm saying, after we find the treasure, we get rid of him once and for all. Death and journey will grab us all from behind, and body his legs, hazard his head, and I'll cut his throat, neat as pie. Are you with me?
He deserves it, for nothing else, for dragging us across this horrible island. It's like one big slump, and when I get back to civilization, I'm like, yeah!
What?
What happened?
Look! Look!
It's unnatural.
It's grotesque-like.
What sort of way is that for bones to lie?
Get a compass. Give me a burn on the way he's pointed.
1 point north, north-northeast.
He's a marker, pointing us the way to the treasure.
But how?
Old Flint's idea of a joke.
The savage.
Thank God Flint's dead.
Aye to that. But we're pretty sure he's dead. Ain't we?
He took a cutlass in the bag, yeah?
I saw it myself, with these here deadlines.
Aye, if ever a spirit walked, it'd be Flint's. He's died so bad.
And he only knew the one song his whole life, remember? 15 men on a dead man's chest.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil hath done for the rest. Yo ho and a bottle of rum.
Lord of mercy!
It's Flint. Flint!
It's Flint!
Wait a second. What's Jack?
What?
Calico Jack, our shipmate.
I just saw him.
He was right here. I was talking to him.
Well, he ain't here now. Jack! Jack, where are you?
God have mercy.
He's dead!
Dead.
Who's out there?
All hail to the rum. All hail to the drink. Old Darby McGraw up in the clink. How are you? Whoever he is, he's gonna stop laughing when I get through with them. Stand back! Where are you? Where are you, I say? When I get through with you, I'm gonna...
He's dead! The Lord's my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in greener pasture.
You can pray all you like. I'm going to do it right now.
You can't! There's something out there! Wait!
I know what to do. Come here, boy. Hey! Back off! I'll do it, John. I'll kill him. Swordsman! Shut up! I'll do it! Who's out there? Tsunami! Smollett! Lexi! Come out here! I'll give you to the count of 3! Shut up! 1!
Ben, stop it!
You condemn me to this godforsaken island!
Ben, stop! He saved my life!
You almost killed me!
You left me on this land of goats and oysters!
I spared your life. It's the good and the bad, Ben. The good and the bad. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish them.
Jim, you look right enough.
I'm fine. Wait, Ben, here, this is for you.
Jeez.
Captain, Spire, have you met Ben yet?
Met him? Why, we're old friends already. Now ain't we, Ben? We spotted him in the jungle. He howdy-dee-doos, and he howdy-dee-doos back. We offer him safe passage home. Leads us straight to the treasure.
Treasure?
I dug it up 4 years ago, you see, and hid it in my little cave.
Wait till you see it, Jim. It's quite remarkable.
Remarkable. That is a word, sir. This is triumph unleashed, Olympus acquired, nay, a paradise unparalleled, with trinkets and gold and silver and diamonds and emeralds and jade. There was a young lad on the sea, there was a young lad on the sea. Hey!
It took us almost 4 days to load all the treasure onto the ship. I had never seen such riches, nor I'm sure had the kings and queens of Europe, as Gun liked to call them. On the 5th day, we set out for the North Inlet. Crossing through the Narrows, we had to lie near the southern point. And there we saw the last 2 pirates together on a spit of sand, their arms raised in supplication. It went to all of our hearts, I think, to leave them in that wretched state. But we could not risk another mutiny, and to take them home for the hangman would have been a poor sort of kindness. Captain Silver, on the other hand, was as cheerful as when I first met him, and seemed to not have a care in the world for the gallows he would most undoubtedly face on a return to England. Captain Smollett, however, clapped him in irons in the last 3 days of our voyage. I visited Silver on the morning of the day we sighted land.
Jim lad, how neighborly of you to come and visit. How you been keeping, eh? Pleased to be getting home, I'll wager.
Yes, I am. Thank you. I hope you haven't been too uncomfortable. I begged Captain Smollett not to put you here.
Not at all, not at all. Gives me a chance to think, contemplate, plan for me future. Bear in mind me sins and me virtues. For God's sake, let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of death of kings. For within the hollow crown that rounds the temples of a king, keeps death his court.
And there the antic sits, scoffing his state and grinning at his pomp.
For within this flesh that walls about our life,
we're brass impregnable.
Well done, Jim. Excellent, excellent.
How can you be so cheerful? You could face the gallows.
But then again, they could give me a pat on the head for good behavior. Which just makes it all so much fun, Jim. It's part of life's rich tapestry. Oh, come now, lad. Don't look so down. Always look to the front, never look back.
I brought you a present.
Oh, a present. Oh, let's see. I love presents. My birthday is my favorite national holiday.
I'm afraid so.
Jim, lad, you scoundrel. Now, you wouldn't think it possible to send me off with a bit of that bounty that's going to waste from the hold nearby? No, bear in mind, it's not for me sake, it's for yours, you know, the weight a capital can have on a young mind like yourself. Oh, Jim, lad, what a son you would have made.
Coming into port! All hands on deck!
Oh, I best be off, lad.
Wait, what about Captain Flint?
Oh, he's for you, Jim. To remember me by.
That was the last I ever saw of the one-legged man that Billy Bones first warned me of. And once again, I dream upon him. This time, standing on the prow of the ship, looking out towards the horizon, smiling at whatever the future might happen to bring. And then I know that my adventure on Treasure Island didn't end that morning on the Hispaniola, and that it will never end as long as I live.